Hello everyone, it's G here with Golden Thread Tarot, and today we're doing something we haven't done in a minute on this channel. It's been a while actually, and we're going to do a Divine Masculine energy check-in. So we're kind of just going to check up on the Divine Masculine, see where they are energetically. I know that we've been having a lot of kind of crazy energy in the collective messages here recently. A lot of feeling like, though, a lot of the message that I've been talking about is definitely past energy for this particular Divine Masculine collective that I'm tapping into today. It is a lot of the drama and things that we've been talking about is old karmic energy that Divine Masculine is working their way through. So if they're still working through just like the emotional baggage left over from some of the things, I'm really feeling like they are breaking up with their karmic partners. They are leaving karmic jobs, karmic positions, karmic mindsets behind them, and they are really pushing forward. The main energy that I got pulled itself from the Romance Angels deck, and it was, you deserve love. You are lovable. So the Divine Masculine is really getting into their, I deserve more than all this karmic energy was giving me. I deserve more than all of this past energy, not loving myself, not feeling like I want to really honor myself, be with myself, they're just getting into their Divine Masculine energy, and that's beautiful. I actually feel like we're going to have a really good positive reading here for the Divine Masculines, and I'm very happy for you, Divine Masculines. I don't like being on your ass all the time, okay? I know it might come off like I do, but I don't, right? Oh, here, you're very close to achieving your goal. So the Divine Masculine is very close to achieving some major goal that's really going to boost their self-confidence is what I'm hearing, and that's fantastic. I'm really happy for you, Divine Masculines. We all want to see all of us succeeding, including you guys, and Divine Feminists don't want to just shit on Divine Masculines all the time. You're our other half. You're our counterparts. You're our mates. We want to see you thriving and succeeding, but we also get tired of the BS, right? And I'm sure that there are plenty of Divine Masculines out there that is like, I'm tired of my Divine Feminine's BS. And we're also going to have a Divine Feminine energy check-in as well, so I'll probably be uploading those like back to back, so you guys check out for those. You're welcome to cross watch between the two videos and everything like that. So let's get into some notes. I definitely have some notes here for both Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine, so let's get into it, and then we're going to start pulling cards from it. Okay, so what I got from the Divine Masculine energy when I was meditating on their energy was quiet resolve. They're very hermit mode right now. They're very going within themselves and deciding what doesn't serve them and cutting those things out of their life, especially their inside of their emotional health. Like they're really, really, really working on their emotional health. I just heard King of Cups. So they're really working on getting in touch with their emotions and really doing the emotional shadow work, right? So the Divine Masculine is usually pretty good at doing their physical shadow work. And speaking of that, I heard the Divine Masculine is really losing weight. I'm hearing that through some of the karmic interactions and things, maybe they went through a kind of depression and they kind of put on some weight. They weren't really taking care of themselves physically. They weren't eating very well. Maybe they were just the position where they were in, they were having to eat out a lot. I was hearing that their face was kind of breaking out, their skin was kind of getting kind of blocked. They were just kind of looking really tired and like haggard, tired, and the emotional toll of the karmic situation that they were dealing with in the past, hey kitty, was showing and reflecting physically. And now that they're actually seeing themselves out of those karmic situations and leaving those behind them, they're really seeing their physical health really improve. Especially I'm hearing that for a lot of the Divine Masculines, it's getting away from a particular karmic who was very energetically draining on them, and it was just really showing. When you get in a negative relationship, you can normally see it. A lot of the time it'll take a lot of extra energy to focus in on your, to kind of hide or wear a mask to hide the exterior, make the exterior look really good while the inside is really feeling really corrupted or drained. Eventually it shows because you don't have enough energy to keep up that mask. And I'm hearing that it definitely started showing that people in the Divine Masculine's life were like, yo, like, dude, are you okay? Or like, yo, chick, are you okay? Like, you don't look good. And I'm not saying this in a like, man, you look like shit sort of type way, but it's kind of like are you okay? Because you don't look like you are. You don't look like you're taking care of yourself. And I feel like the divine masculine is kind of really working on the other side of a very strong, powerful tower energy that they were really going through. Something in their life really blew up. A lot of secrets came to light, a lot of things, and now they've had to walk away. I'm hearing from friends, from family, from relationships, from jobs. Some of them might have lost their jobs in the past, and they've been really having a hard time finding another one, even though jobs seem to be pretty readily available nowadays. It feels like the divine masculine very purposely from the divine, this is very much from the divine, found was kind of like, what am I doing? What am I doing? And I'm hearing rediscovering, finding themselves, realigning with their life purpose. So definitely they're getting out of these old karmic cycles and realigning with their actual true purpose, balancing their karmic debts, improving their physical health, taking care of themselves. I'm hearing like eating a lot, eating and drinking. So maybe like making shakes or something like that, like ingesting a lot more fresh foods, fresh vegetables, fresh produce, especially like fruits and things. That's really helping balance out their because I'm hearing that they could have gotten to a situation where they were just eating out a lot, eating a lot of fast food, just a lot of junk, greasy, heavy vibrational foods, and then now they're back on to taking care of themselves, to taking their vitamins. I'm hearing that they definitely might have had some vitamin deficiencies, so they could have gone to the doctor and found out that they were really low in like zinc, iron, or something like that. That they were just really low on certain things, and it was really it was really affecting them. I'm hearing that some divine masculines are out there taking like B12 shots or things like that. Or if you know that you're the divine masculine, you're doing these things, spirit is telling you, yes, thank goodness, take care of yourself. This is really like, we want you to know that this is really good for you, and it's really, your body is really going to show it. And they're like really feeling their energy, like really gaining momentum and building back up, right? So they're really feeling, they were, for a while now, they were really feeling the effects of the old past relationships they were in. And I'm hearing that now a lot of divine masculines have actually, and at least in this pile, have spent a decent time getting out of these this karmic energy. I'm hearing that for a lot of them, a lot of the energy that we're picking up, a lot of the past dramas, and and baby mama drama and things like that, that they were having, family dramas. I'm hearing a lot of them were having a lot of family issues. A lot of them were having to, maybe they had moved in with their family or something like that, and they found out a lot of like, just like things like kind of blew up, and so they ended up having to leave, and kind of like really, I'm just hearing getting back on their feet, really realigning with their life purpose, finding that thing that's like, yes, okay, I'm feeling good, I'm looking good. I'm hearing that a lot of them have gotten a job now, that they were finally able to get a job, and it was a really good job change for them. Like the energy feels really good. They're like, wow, I'm really learning and improving myself, improving my skills. Maybe they went back and started taking classes. Maybe I'm hearing some of them have really rejoined like gym memberships. So some of them might have been really feeling feeling being not being able to go out and work out as much as they wanted to because of like like shutdowns and quarantines and things like that. Now they're actually being able to get back in the gym. It's actually being inspiring them. I'm really hearing like they're really working their way out of a depression. And absolutely, I'm so proud of you, divine masculines. Like, that's amazing. I'm so happy for you. Unbelievably happening. And then also, I feel like the biggest change in themselves is the getting in touch with their emotions, doing their shadow work, and gaining this understanding, like hangman energy, like this enlightenment star energy of gratitude, of, I'm really starting to see why a lot of the crappy things that happened in my life, why they happened, right? I'm hearing that they're having like a big change or shift in an understanding, of, I'm grateful even for the negative things that have happened in my life, because they really shaped me, they changed me, and I don't have to allow it to drag me down or make me feel like I'm damaged, or make me feel like, oh, I have a problem, or I have mommy issues, daddy issues, I have attachment issues, I have commitment issues. They're kind of rethinking and kind of redefining how they view themselves, how they think about themselves, and it's really helping them to really pull into line with, okay, I don't have to feel so drugged down by the negative things that have happened in my past. I can address them. I can deal with them. I can identify how they're really affecting me in my current life. I can do something about it. I can take control. They're coming into their divine masculine energy. I can really take control I can take control of my life, and not in a way from fear. So I'm not limiting myself because I don't want it to be like it was in the past. Well, I'm not going to date that person because they remind me of somebody in the past, or I'm not going to take that job because I just don't think that I have the worthiness. Like, they are really like, I deserve love. Like, I love myself. Like, I am definitely worth it. And I know that some of you out there, if you're not a divine masculine, might be like, duh, of course. But these divine masculines, they've really, it's kind of like been hidden. They haven't realized how, I don't know, how little they thought of themselves. They didn't realize how much of a low opinion they had of themselves. They thought they really told themselves they were a very confident, loving, like expressive, person, and that a lot of things happen in their life, and they realize how they put confidence into so many things that were on the outside, like, oh, I have a good job, oh, I have money in the bank, oh, I drive a nice car, I have nice clothes, I have a relationship that looks good, I have a family that looks good, I do things that look good to the outside, and I get a lot of worth out of that. And I'm hearing that the divine took a lot of that away, and then they were really stuck in a kind of a, I'm nothing, I'm not a real man, or I'm not a real divine masculine energy if I don't have these things. And the divine was like, are you sure about that? Why are you placing so much, in the material world? Why are you placing, why do you feel like because you have these clothes, or that say a certain name, that means that you're succeeding? And the divine masculine's really starting to see, you know what? I can feel good about myself regardless of what I'm wearing, regardless of, what my house, that I have the big house and and all that stuff. It's like this, tower moments. They've gone through these tower moments and everything's been stripped away and they've gone down and they're doing their shadow work. Hey, divine masculine, get it. I'm so excited. Let's get into it some more. Let's get into it some more. Absolutely. So look, yeah, exactly. They were feeling worse. They realized that being in this Four of Cups energy, ignoring all these gifts that the divine was giving them, ignoring all these things, and really just focusing on these things that they've lost or things that they don't have anymore, is not helping them. It's made things worse, right? It just makes them feel worse. It's made them worse, and they're just reevaluating how what in their life they feel like gives them worth. They're, instead of looking on the outside, they're understanding that having worth on the inside, loving themselves, having healthy boundaries, taking care of themselves, having proper emotional health so they can act, improving their communication skills, being able to be more emotionally competent, being more emotionally evolved, being able to say, well, I did that because I feel like this. I feel like this, and what does that mean? What should that mean to myself? What should that mean to other people? So there's this real emotional evolution that they're going through, and that's wonderful, divine masculine. We love that. You're getting in touch with like you're healing your feminine energy that you were kind of rejecting, or they are, or you are, whoever this is, And that's amazing. That's absolutely amazing. Oh, what did I say? Tower moments, right? They had tower moments in their life about wish fulfillment, about what gave them happiness, what actually made them feel satisfied. What did they actually want? Because I feel like a lot of divine masculines thought they wanted something. They thought they wanted a very specific picture, and they thought success for them looked like this very specific thing. And then when they got it, there was like this hollow victory in it, because it really wasn't what they thought. It wasn't what they thought. If it was a person, if it was a job, if it was a thing, yeah. Here with this world, look. Exactly. Working on their insecurities, working on past negative cycles. Look, King of Pentacles. I'm going to pull that King of Pentacles. It's really calling to me. They're really working on their foundation. And like I said, a lot of them are really maybe a new position at work, or they found a new job. It's really gave them the sense of, okay, like, whew, I've got a job, I'm paying my bills, I'm building myself back up, because that, not having a job, not being able to do that, that makes anybody feel very unstable in their foundation. Because as much as we might want to say, well, don't focus on, we still live in a three-dimensional world. So having a job, paying your bills, being able to put food in your stomach and make, have lights on and have a roof over your head is important, right? It is important. It's not like it doesn't matter, it's just that we need to understand that when we align ourselves spiritually, then that reflects, when we align ourselves, as above, so below. When we align ourselves to our true spiritual purpose, to our true higher self, to the true person, when we go inside and learn what our soul truly is supposed to be doing, and we have that love for ourselves, and we're really improving ourselves, and we're giving to ourselves, the universe gives back to us in the 3D, as above, so below. Right? And that's what, ooh, I just got this chills, like, ooh, that's so beautiful. That's really what this divine masculine has discovered. Wow. Yeah, so this divine masculine has definitely made a decision, and I think it's this tower moment. This tower moment that they had, the things that they thought mattered, the things that they thought, the things that they were putting so much emphasis in and they were working so hard for, in the end they found out wasn't really helping them, it wasn't working for them. Whatever relationships or partnerships or business or whatever it was they were giving so much of their energy into was just sucking and sucking and sucking and sucking their life force and not giving anything back. And I feel like the divine masculine, for the first time in their life, is like, this is not healthy. They're really identifying that doing that is not healthy and it does not serve them in the end. So they're actually making a good kind of selfish choices and learning the difference between, healthy selfishness and toxic or low vibrational selfishness. There's a difference between being self-serving and like selfish, Yeah, definitely. With this justice in reverse, they were dealing with a ton of karmic towers in their life. A ton of karmic towers. Did you guys see how that fell out? And look what it is. It's the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups falling here under the Two of Swords. They've chosen love. They've chosen to love themselves. And just like that, it kind of just felt, they just kind of had a sudden realization, like, yeah, happiness is a choice. And I choose to be happy. And the things that I thought made me happy, it's not what made me happy. It's not what's actually going to make me happy. I feel like the divine masculine could have gone on some kind of trip, some kind of solo journey. Maybe they went like off hiking in the woods by themselves. I'm seeing like somebody standing over, like on a cliff, like they're standing really high up and they're looking out at a vista, like a really beautiful, like mountains in the background, sunset, or just really beautiful like sky. Sunrise for some, sunset for some, it's a little bit different. And for some people, they could be high up. It's just, they're high up. They're actually physically high up somewhere, looking out over splendor, like whatever they feel like, whether it's looking out at the ocean, looking out at mountains and forest, or if they're looking out over, like maybe they moved to a new city and they went up on the rooftop and they're just looking out. And it's like seeing and getting into this place gave them this new vantage point, like this new thought. They had this shoom instant download and they were just like, shit, I just don't want to go back. I don't want to be that person anymore. I don't have to hate myself for the person that I was, but I want better for myself. I literally feel like I could cry right now. Like some of them actually might have shed a few tears. Maybe for the first time in a really long time. I'm seeing that some of them too, because they're like out, this particular person that I'm seeing is like out in the woods or out like, and they're like looking out in the mountains and they just like screamed and like let it all out. Like they were just like, ah, like, oh my God. And they just like let it go. Because I'm saying this person is the type of person that really tries to control their life a lot. They really try to control their emotions. They try to stay calm all the time. They try not to yell. They try not to scream. Maybe they had a lot of that in their household. And they found out that keeping it all just bottled up inside, it just makes them feel so bad. And they had this moment where they were just like, ah! You know, they just screamed and let it all go. And they kind of cried a little bit. And then they were just kind of like, God, I feel so much better. Like and they had this realization, like this really transformational moment. You know, and I just hear somebody saying, I can't go back. I can't go back. I can't go back. And I feel like this is their higher self finally breaking through to them, breaking through some blocks and telling them, don't go back. Move forward. You can't go back. You can't change the past. You can't live in the past. You can't live with your future always looking at the past, right? I'm being really guided to think about. I don't know if you guys watched the the show on Wild Presents. The is the name of the show, and it's two drag queens. It's Trixie Mattel and Katya. I can't say her name. Katya Volatovic, or something like that. I'm sorry. And there's a one episode of this TV show, of the show. It's on YouTube actually too. And she has Katya has these moments of like where she just says something. It's like, that's brilliant, Katya. Like, get it, girl. And she was like, if you have one foot in the if you have one foot in the future and one foot in the past, you're pissing on the present. And that's just what I heard in my mind. Like, if you are constantly thinking about, well, what's coming next, you're going to be filled with dread and anxiety. If you're constantly thinking about what's in the past, you're going to be holding yourself back, and you're just going to be wasting what is in front of you right now. Because in this moment right now is when you are going to be learning from your past, getting over it, letting it go, and pulling yourself into the actual future that you want. But you have to do that not by constantly thinking, well, where am I going? What am I going to do? But what am I doing right now? How am I changing my life to get it to where I want to be? How do I need to learn from my past, but move on from it and allow myself to be shown the future? And I'm really feeling like surrendering. Like this beautiful moment of surrender. Like the divine masculine is finally getting this surrendering moment. Exactly. They're understanding they were given to things in the past, three of pentacles in reverse, that did not serve them. They were not building a foundation. And all these tower moments have built to help them, you know, build a new foundation. Look, the judgment card, they're hearing that call. They're hearing the call. And they're also passing judgment on things that they used to prioritize, on blocks that they used to have, things that were holding them back. Chariot in reverse. I'm hearing Cancer, so emotion. Like the Chariot card is also emotion, so they understand that holding back their emotions, Hangman in reverse, keeps them stuck. It keeps them from seeing this new perspective. And they're having a judgment on how holding themselves back, holding back their emotions, detaching themselves from those things, it's keeping them from seeing their true path and what they're actually really supposed to be doing here. There it is. Death. It's the end. It's the end of the old cycle. The end of what does not serve us. Yes. 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 Okay. I'm just going to show all these. Right? It's the death. It's the end of selfishness, of greediness that doesn't serve them. It's the end of not giving themselves, not allowing themselves to see their true beginnings and to see how things that have happened in their past can actually be helpful to them, because it can be learning experiences, not to put fear into them, but to really help them change and develop and see what they, you know, well, I don't like that, so I'm going to concentrate on what I do like instead of what I don't like. It highlighted their insecurities. Strength card in reverse. It highlighted their insecurities and things that they were weak on, things that they just wouldn't push themselves to acknowledge, push themselves to believe, push themselves to see. How they were holding back. Full card in reverse. How they were really holding back themselves from these new beginnings. How they were trapping themselves in old cycles. And how foolish, quick, rash decisions that they made from being impatient, from not, it was not helping them. They weren't seeing any of their seeds grow. They were giving and giving and giving and giving and giving and giving and giving to the situations that gave nothing back to them. And they're like, I'm done with that. Let's let go of this. Let's find our truth. Let's walk away from all these things that don't serve us anymore and find our true happiness. Wow. And this right here too, I'm hearing like getting in touch with their inner child has really helped them let go of a lot of things they were holding on to, find their own personal truth, walk away from things that don't serve them, and just find that true look, there's the inner child, happiness inside of them. Oh, divine masculine, yes. Dropping, Three of Swords, dropping all that heartbreak, just dropping it off. It's holding you back. Letting go. Absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. 10 of Pentacles. Absolutely. And there's that King of Cups. But I feel like they're just like understanding. Yeah. Ooh, goodness. Yeah. I need to let go of this. I need to let go of this. There's that Hermit. There's the Hermit more. I need to give. I need to work on my foundation. I want something that's long lasting. And holding back my emotions. Here with this King of Pentacles here, a lot of the times, or not King of Pentacles, sorry, the King of Cups, a lot of time the King of Cups is somebody that feels really deeply about their emotions, but they hold it back. And with this King of Cups in reverse, I'm feeling much more like letting that cup like flow. I'm seeing like the King of Cups that's in like the After Tarot, where the cup is not like held up into themselves, but where it's like pouring out, and they're actually pouring forth their emotions about a Queen of Wands, about like a learning situation. And it's really helping them to let go of this devil energy that was holding them back. And I'm also hearing, and it's, yeah, exactly, Empress. And it's getting them in, and it's really healing, like I said, their divine feminine. It's really helping healing their inner divine feminine. And with this, like, there's a lot of divine masculines out there who are letting themselves finally admit, I have spiritual gifts. I have spiritual powers. Because we're on the twin flame, journey. Let's be honest. It's not just the divine feminine that has spiritual gifts, that has healing abilities, that can speak to the other side, that, maybe they were hearing, voices or hearing their angels speak to them. Maybe they were seeing things, and they were just like, I don't know what all this means. And they were denying it a lot. But now it's like they're allowing that inner like witch to show, is what I just heard. They might not call themselves a witch, but it's like they're accepting their true divine gifts, and they're getting into this, okay, I'm finding myself, I'm finding my legacy, life purpose. I'm finding my life purpose. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. Yeah. Oof. When that Devil card came out, that was some heavy energy. Look. The Emperor. Yeah. They're learning. The things that they're facing right now is their control issues. They're really trying to face their control issues. That's the still the heaviness that they have inside of them. It's really deep pain. They were really, really, really deeply hurt by a relationship in the past. Somebody that they really fully trusted, somebody that they put so much love and just so much of their trust in, and that person really broke their trust. And so they're really having to go back and look at that relationship and, really face it and face the darkness that was there, Tower. But they're doing it. They're going through it, and they're going to be much better on the other side of it for it. They're getting there. Divine masculine. Yes, exactly. Work through your fears. Exactly. Thank you, Spirit. Emotions are running high. Exactly. They're letting those emotions go. They're letting that go. Two here, look, in the background, this crashing water. All the emotions running forward. What's going on? Energy check-in for the divine masculine. What's going on? What's going on? What are they doing? What are they experiencing? Yeah, new moon in Aries. It's time to take action. Feeling this reigniting of a fiery passion within them to understand it's time to take up and take action in my life. It's time for me to stop standing back. Yeah, get to work. Your hard work is paying off. New moon in Capricorn. It is time for me to get to work on myself, working on my emotional health, working on my physical health, working on my career, my finances. I'm tired of letting all these things in the past really hold me back, slow me down. Yes. What do you need to release? Thank you, Spirit. They're really looking at what they need to release, what they need to let go of. Thank you, Spirit. You are good enough. Really understanding they are good enough, right? The answers you need are coming. Understand that they're surrendering and understanding that the answers that they need to the issues, to the what, to that why. I'm hearing the divine masculine ask that a lot, which a lot of surrender to the divine. Thank you, Spirit. Surrender. Stop asking why. Right there, that's that tower moment. Oh my gosh, why did this happen? Why did this happen? Why is all this craziness happening to me? To realign me, to get me into contact with my higher self, to get me into contact with this is what I really want. Because I'm hearing like these divine masculines in this collective were really stubborn. They really didn't want it. They were really stuck in their ways. They could be earth signs, a lot of earth sign energy, fire sign energy. I'm hearing like they could definitely be like earth sign, maybe like earth moon signs. Just something where they were just kind of like really like disconnected from their emotions, and they just weren't letting their true self really shine through that. But that's changing. And they're getting much more in like this fire sign energy where they're now they don't have to have fire in their chart, but they're feeling it, right? It's time to take action. It's time to get up. It's time to get moving. It's time to get changing and get some things going in my life. Yes, conclusions are within reach, and nothing will come of the situation. Yeah, they're like sitting around being lost in fear, thinking that I'm not good enough. Like any of those, nothing's gonna come of this. I'm not going to get what I want out of this, and I'll always be unhappy stuck in this situation. It's not going to change no matter how, and it's not a failure on my part. It's not for me to see myself as a failure just because I can't make this business or this job or this relationship work. I'm not a failure just because I can't make it work. Maybe it just wasn't meant to work. Maybe they were really taught when they were raised, you can make anything work. You can succeed doing anything as long as you just put enough energy into it and you put your heart into it. And then in the past, they're just thinking, oh, things just haven't been working out because I guess I'm not trying hard enough. I'm not working hard enough. I'm not giving enough of my energy to this. I have to give everything I have to the situation. And they found themselves stuck in a situation where they were giving everything to somebody or something that was giving them nothing but pain and heartache in return. And they were like, finally, they kind of broke that down inside themselves. And it's like they heard that voice of their parent telling them, you can do anything as long as you make it work. And they're just like, that's not true. I can set my goals and set myself, but it is not true that I can achieve anything, because not everything deserves me to achieve it. Not everything is for me. Not everything that I put my mind to, or not every situation that shows themselves to me, you know, is not working because I'm not trying hard enough, or because I'm too lazy, or because I'm just not, you know, I want to make this work. And I'm hearing a lot of them felt that way because maybe they didn't have a very healthy life with their family, in their childhood. And maybe they were really trying to make something work, maybe, with a baby, with a wife, or with a baby mama. They were just really giving and giving and giving and giving and giving to a situation, or just somebody that they thought they could have kids with, or that they thought they could really settle down with. And it's just like, sweetheart, this situation is not given to you. Understand that it's not you. You cannot make somebody else give to you. You cannot make somebody else love you. You cannot make some situation work just because you want it to. And that's not because you're not strong enough. It's not because you're not good enough. It's just that not everything is for you. Not everyone is for you. If the divine is not allowing something to work, it's because it's just not for me. Oh, wait. I guess the surrender to the divine is not there anymore. But balance, spirituality, and practicality, exactly. But that is, right? Balance, really, as above, so below. As above, so below. the, the infinity, as above, so below. What you get back is what you put in is what you get back. What you put in is what you get back. And if you're not getting that back, stop putting in, because it's not going to come back. Wow. Yeah. A win-win outcomes forecast. They're realizing that when they give to themselves, when they realize that they are good enough, even if a situation isn't working out, I need to choose what works for me. I need to go with what works for me. The universe is showing what I'm supposed to be doing through what works for me. So if it works, I'm just gonna go with it. Work through my fears. I don't have to be scared that I'm hearing that they had a really big fear of failure. They had a really big fear of not being seen as good enough. And they really had a problem with giving and giving and giving. They could have been stuck in a kind of like narcissistic, like an empath narcissist situation where they were just giving and giving and giving to something that just was just going to take from them. And they realized that no matter how much they give, no matter how hard they work, they could have given their life and that person wouldn't have cared, or that situation wouldn't have cared, you know? And they're just like, I'm not wasting myself and my energy on this anymore. It's time to release negativity. The Scorpio, a lot of Scorpios are coming out. Yeah, show the world the real you. It's time that I show myself who I really am, and I show the world who I really am, and I can have this. Yeah, okay, that's gonna be it. Show the world the real you. Came out again. I want to be true to who I really am. Hold your vision. Look at that vista, like I was talking about, right? Like, this is divine masculine standing here, like looking over this vista, and they're just like, I know that there's a better life out there waiting for me, and I'm not waiting for it to come to me anymore. I'm gonna find it. Divine masculine, I am so incredibly proud of you. I am so proud of you. Like, oh yeah, keep an open mind and passion. Go to what you're passionate. Allow your heart and joy to sing, your soul to sing with joy. I want to do what makes me happy. Me and my friend were talking the other night about how a generational curse that I feel like I'm breaking, that we're both breaking actually in our family, and I feel like a lot of people are, is, look, you just settle. Not everybody. You don't have to love your job. You don't really love your life. You just find something that that you can survive and go, right? And it's like this survival, I'm living paycheck to paycheck kind of mindset that really holds back people from being like, no, I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna make it work. Because you get so stuck in well, how am I going to invest? How am I going to start a business? I can barely make it paycheck to paycheck. And that holds people back. That stops people from investing in themselves and really saying, no, I can do this. No, I don't have to just stay in a job that I'm not happy with just because, well, it pays the bills. I want to do something that makes me satisfied. And that's not a pipe dream. That's not, oh, for somebody else. No. Those people out there have that dream and they're living that life because they decided to give it to themselves. And they decided that they were worth it, that they were good enough to have that life. And I'm not holding myself back just because it hasn't worked out for anybody in my family, or nobody in my family has made it work before. So what? I'm going to change that. I'm going to be something different. And that doesn't mean like what your family accomplished in the past is not, is not good enough or is bad, but it does mean staying back there in that mindset is just not for me. I got to be something else. True love. I gotta go out there and find my true love. I gotta go out there and find the romance of a lifetime. I want to go out there and fall in love with my life, fall in love with myself. I deserve love. I deserve to love myself. I deserve to love my life. I deserve to feel this passion for my life and for my existence. It's not a pipe dream. It's not just out there somewhere like, okay, yeah, no. And it might not be that I'm a millionaire living on a yacht somewhere. It could just be that I just, that I'm not just living paycheck to paycheck, that I'm actually doing a job that I actually feel like is making a difference and that I feel like is doing something. And I feel like is improving my life and my family's life. It could be that simple. But that's not simple. That's not little. That's the shit. That's life. That's the real shit. That's finding your true life path. Express your love. I want to express how I really feel. I want to I want to have romantic feelings. Okay. Romantic feelings. I want to do what I have to do to have that love, the love of my lifetime. And I want it to be me. I want it to be my life. I want it to be my career. I want it to be my goals that I'm accomplishing every day. That's what I want to fall in love with. That's what I want to be in love with. And I deserve to have that. I deserve to have that. Oh, I'm feeling so fiery and passionate, like this passion, like I can do this. I can do this. I love that. Yes. Call it in your soulmate. Okay? And that's also balancing yourself. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. Exactly. They're going for it. Do it, Divine Masculine. Do it. Get it, boy. Yeah, exactly. I deserve to feel fiery, to feel passionate, to feel love. And instead of focusing on that codependency, instead of focusing on that coming from somebody else, they want it to come from within themselves. Instead of feeling like it's my partner, it's my job, it's something else out there that's going to give me that. No, it's me. I'm going to give it to myself. And because I give it to myself, I'll only choose to do things that make me feel satisfied. I'll only choose to be in relationships that are giving equally to me. When I love myself, it shows. And I don't tolerate, you know? I attract in good things, and I might attract in negative things, but I repel them with my energy, because no, you might come in to tempt me, but no, I don't want this. I want better for my life. And that's the difference. It's a choice. It's always a choice. It's not, man, every person that I date is a liar. Every person that I date is a cheater. No, it's, oh, I see the red flags. I'm not going for that. And they leave. Exactly. I am going to make the effort. I'm going to make the effort to have the life that I want, to live the dream that I want. Yeah, retreat. Some of them might be with this codependency addictions are affecting your, some of them might have actually had to go to rehab for some kind of substance addictions and things like that. Or just that retreat, right? That I said, getting away, time to disconnect from the world, right? They went on that retreat. They stood on that vista and they screamed out into the darkness, or screamed out and was like, I'm done with this. I'm done with this. I'm ready to make the effort. I'm ready to do what I need to do to have the life that I want, because I deserve it. I deserve it. Okay. Let's get some messages. What does the Divine Masculine have to say? What does the Divine Masculine have to say? What do they... Okay, what does the Divine Masculine have to say to Divine Feminine? Okay, I just saw the we both made mistakes cards really standing out to me. What else do you have to say? Okay. What else do you have to say to Divine Feminine? Oh. What else do you have to say? What else do you have to say? Anything else? Anything else you want to say? Is that all? Okay. Date night. So for some of you, some of these Divine Masculines might be coming forward and trying to ask you out on a date. Okay, let's see. We have a good amount. So let's see what they have to say to Divine Feminine. Okay. I know more than you think I do. So they're discovering themselves. They know who you are, Divine Feminine. They know who you are. They know what's happening. You know, they know what's up. They're like, I know who you are. I know you're my Divine Feminine. Or if you guys have happened to have not met yet, or you just kind of loosely know each other, they're like, I know what to do now. I know what to do with my life. I found my truth. I know what I need to live now. I know where I need to go now. I'm discovering it. And like I said before at the very beginning, right? Like, I know that we've been having a lot of like, oh, Divine Masculine, just leave this, leave this situation, and it's not always that easy. We've been having a lot of that, and it's like the Divine Masculine's like, yeah, I know more than you think I do. They've definitely had this discovery. And what more is there to say? I love you. I love you. I'm hearing with this right here, with the green, with their heart chakra, they're opening up their heart chakra and they're realizing that they love themselves. And they realize that past things that they were doing, things that they were involving themselves for, is how, they were showing the universe they didn't love themselves. And that was a hard pill for them to swallow. We healed each other. So they definitely feel like if you guys come into contact with each other, right, like meeting you, being around your energy, knowing you inspired them to change, inspired them to see this world in a different way. They're very grateful. Yes. Every day is a blessing with you. Every day that I get to spend in your energy, or every day that I get to think about us being together, or that I work towards us being together, or that I just work towards improving myself, I think about what an inspiration you were to me. And oh my gosh, I feel like I could cry. It's like, even if they're releasing being like, I have to do this to be with my divine feminine, being more like, I have to release it. If my divine feminine chooses not to be with me, then that is what it is. And I just have to do better. I have to do better for myself. I know. I look at my divine feminine and I know, like, looking at them gives me this vision of the fact that I can have this beautiful future. It's not a lie. It's not a fantasy. It's real. I can have it and I can give that to myself. And with or without my divine feminine, whether we end up coming back together or whether we don't, I'm just so blessed to have had this interaction, or to have had this. I needed this separation. I needed this time apart, and I needed to see the truth of what was happening in my life. And there's just this. They're so grateful. It's like every day they just like, thank you, God, thank you, God. And I'm hearing that for a lot of them, this part of the journey, meeting you, has made them believe in God. Because a lot of the things maybe they went through in the past made them kind of feel like, why would a God let this happen to me? And because they're seeing things differently, they're just like, they're so incredibly grateful. It's like this, ooh, their heart chakra feels almost sore from how much it's like opening and opening and opening and opening, you know, and their throat chakra as well. I can love you better than your ex. So they definitely are just like, look, I know that your ex didn't treat you right. I know that people before in your past did not treat you right. I don't want to be them, and I'm not going to be them. I'm going to improve myself, and I'm going to heal myself, and we're going to heal each other, you know. Exactly. You made me grow up. You made me grow up. You made me look at myself. You made me really be honest with myself. I'm so grateful it was you. Okay? I'm so grateful to have met you. I'm so grateful to have had you in my life. Ooh. He has your smile. Our son is my light. So for some of you, if you guys have a child together, this person is really like, God, I love our son, or just happiness. It's also for some of you, it's like they're thinking about having children with you. They're thinking about like, oh, okay, I haven't got this message. I got this message like a while ago in the Twin Flame Collective, but I'm seeing that for some of them, they might have even had a dream about the two of you being together and having a son together, having a child together, and they're just like, God, I want to be a dad. I want to be a dad. I want this life. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna cry. I want to grow with you. Because they're just like, I want to get in this abundant lifestyle, exactly right, and I want to grow, I want to build, I want to work towards this winter. So maybe they feel maybe something significant is going to happen for the divine masculine winter. Maybe they'll come back towards you during the winter time, or maybe they're just feeling like, you know, like the winter of their life they feel like is ending. You know, like the kind of like frosty, emotional locked part of their life, the crystal tower, right? This crystal tower is breaking and coming down and defrosting and like waking up. They feel like they're waking up. Also, too, they're definitely breaking down their connections to their higher self. They had blocks in between them and their higher selves, and that's coming crashing down, coming crumbling down with you know, now that their heart chakra is opening up, their crown, you know, they're accepting, right? You're if you don't believe there is a God, you're going to be cut off from talking to your spiritual guides. You know, if you don't think that there is a spirit realm, you're not going to be open to receiving messages from them. You're not going to be open to listen to your higher self. You're going to have like a block there. I could talk to you for days, years. So they feel like they just have so much to say to you, and they just want to talk to you. They want to conversate with you. They feel like you're just so interesting. This is divine feminine, and they're just like, gosh, like I just want to grow with you. I want to be with you, and like I said, it's very much so like even if I can't be with you, the connection that we have between the two of us is just so healing and beautiful. You know, I have so much to say. Exactly. I have so much to say. They can't wait to talk to you. They can't wait to tell you everything they've gone through, everything they've been experiencing, everything that they want to do with you, and how much you mean to them. Jeez. Okay. I've never wanted anyone more the way I want you. Yeah. I've never wanted anyone the way I want you. Yeah. I've never wanted to be with somebody more. I've never wanted to improve myself so much more to be um it's not like worthy of being with you, but they definitely feel like you are a little bit further ahead on your spiritual path, and they're just looking at you like this guiding light. Like with that hermit card, right? Like holding up that lantern, like you're their lantern. You're their lantern in the night, lighting their way forward, telling them to go inside and heal themselves. I just heard a particular divine masculine step forward and say, "Meet me in the garden." So that's definitely a tale for somebody out there, or that's definitely like a message for somebody out there. Please, my love, meet me in the garden. And I feel like it's like this beautiful place that you guys will have. It's like this beautiful, it's like they have this vision of you and them together. Perhaps maybe that's the dream that they had of you two together in a garden. And they were just like, please, like, please God, let me have this moment. Let me have, let me see them again so I can tell them how much they mean to me. And it's like very much so like they're like, I understand if we're not, if I can't be with you. I understand if maybe you choose somebody else because maybe this divine masculine wasn't the best person in the past. Um, but them seeing you choose yourself and to choose to heal yourself has completely changed how they look at themselves and what they want for the future. Wow, this was beautiful. Divine masculine, I am so incredibly proud of you. You're making such good energy, and if you're not in this energy yet, understand that this is what's going. What the changes and the choices that you're making right now is leading you to this energy. So keep going, keep going. Yes, yes, yes. And if you're the divine feminine watching this, yay, he's doing it. Hey, or he or she, whoever, they're doing it. Beautiful. Keep doing what you're doing. Okay, keep doing what you're doing. Keep pushing forward. Keep on your spiritual path. And as long as you're pushing forward, that's going to energetically for like force, but kind of energetically be like, okay, your divine masculine will energetically feel that the difference and have to rise to meet you, because the two of you are half of the same soul. So if you're growing up, they're gonna have to, they're going to have to elevate. So keep doing what you're doing, divine feminine. Please check out the divine feminine energy reading as well. If you're a cross watcher, or if you're just a divine feminine, you're just like, yeah, what's coming up for me? What really is my energy? What's really been going on with, with me? If you want a little bit more advice from spirit and things like that. Okay. I'm hearing that I really want to pull some advice. Okay, exactly. There you go. Let go of your control issues, like I said. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Here, there was a divine masculine out there. It was like, please, can you pull some advice? And Let go of your control issues, okay? Allow the situation to unfold naturally. Keep doing what you're doing, divine masculine. Being in this, okay. If we don't come together, that's okay. If we do come together, that's fantastic. You know, like being that, okay, I'm going to surrender and I'm just going to work on myself. Keep going through that. Keep letting go of your control issues. Keep doing your shadow work. Understand that this could be the one, right? But understand that you focusing on yourself, that's the one. Loving yourself, that's the one. Being in this true love energy for yourself, that's the one right there. Pay attention to the red flags. If you have past energies trying to come back into your life, or if you know, the divine will send you things to be like, okay, here's a test. Have you learned from the past? Do you recognize this energy from the past? You know, do you recognize your own energy within yourself? Do you understand when you're doing self-defeating and self-deprecating things? Do you understand that certain thought processes don't serve you anymore? Are you paying attention to your own red flags, your own triggers you see inside yourself, and then paying attention to other red flags you see around you? Okay? Excuse me. And don't worry, okay? Reconciliation is going to happen for you. Keep your faith. Someone from your past is returning to you, okay? That's also someone from your past is returning to you. You know, pay attention to the red flags. Pay attention to what's going on. All right, you guys. I will see you guys next time. I hope you guys really enjoyed this. Check out some of my other... That's why I was looking. Sorry about that. Check out some of my other readings. I have some other energy check-in readings. They're pretty old, but I'm glad that I did this because it feels really good. Check out some of my other twin flame readings that I've done, or some of my other pick a card readings. If you're new here, think about subscribing or liking or sharing the video with somebody you think this might really help. With 555 down right there on the clock. Yeah, so if you're really feeling that, go for it. If you're a returning subscriber, hello, lovely. Thank you so much for being here. I'm so happy that you're here. And Divine Masculine, I cannot tell you how happy and how proud I am of all the work that you're making, because this is a tremendous difference in your energy, and it's beautiful. It's perfect. Keep going. Keep pushing. Keep doing it. Spirit is so proud of you, okay? Keep getting in touch with your emotions. Keep really diving down in there. Keep up with your physical strength. You know, keep doing what really makes you happy, and don't give up. Keep striving. Keep pushing yourself forward, and just know you are going to make it. You are going to get it, okay? And I'm so proud of you guys. I just can't say that enough. I just can't say that enough. All right, you guys. I will see you guys next time. I hope you enjoyed this. Bye.